Consumer preferences are changing, which is forcing the tech to evolve. People want their chocolates to be healthier, their juices to be less sweeter, and their meats to be plant-based and still taste the same. Which startups are leading the innovation game in your industry? Who can you collaborate with? If these are the questions that you have, welcome to GreyB Scouted, where we talk to innovative startups who are solving similar challenges, their market goals, and most importantly, what sets them apart from the competition. Today we are going to talk to Eran, CEO and founder of Better Juices, a startup promising to reduce 80% of sugar without changing the taste in your juices. Let's jump right into it.
Thank you for initializing this meeting.
Excellent. Then maybe let me ask you some of the questions that I'm curious about.
Yes, please.
So one thing that I wanted to know is, how long have you been working on this problem? I mean, is it a result of 20 years of thought process and research? Is it 10 years?
At the beginning of 2018.
2018.
5 years, a little bit. 5 years.
Understood. Is there a motivation or a backstory to it? I know that you have industry experience. You have been working on the food companies.
Yeah, the whole concept, searching for sugar reduction from food juices, started because I realized that I worked in a food processing company. We produce jam, marmalade, fillings to the industry, and we had also a jam for diabetics. Jam by definition contains 30% of fruit, so it bothers me that we are selling a jam for diabetics, that it is indeed without added sugar, but it contains all the natural sugars which are the same.
Yeah.
So I tried to find a solution. I collaborated with Professor Ronnie Shapira from the Hebrew University, and together we built up the technology behind Better Juice. Again, that's took place 5.5 years ago, and since then we are developing and progressing.
That's great to hear. And maybe then the question that some of our readers, some of our clients have asked us is that there is some inherent problems in sugar reduction. It could be that there is an aftertaste in synthetic type of replacements, of course, which you are not dealing with. Sometimes sugar has multiple function in a juice compared to simply sweetness, right? I mean, it could be bulking agent, it could be viscosity.
I will answer that.
Yeah.
We are converting the sugars, so
Yes.
we're not taking them out. So as a bulking agent, they're still there. So there's no need, there's no change in the mouthfeel from the bulking perspective. The sweetness is reduced a little bit. We cannot, take sugar out and keep sweetness. So the sweetness is reduced, but not to the same level as the sugar reduction. For example, if there's a 30% sugar reduction, it's not 30% sweetness, because sorbitol is sweet, dietary fibers are sweet. So they're less sweet than the original one, but they're still sweet. So from 30%, it would be like 20% sweetness reduction or something like that.
Got it.
So and there's no off flavors because it's enzymatic process. We don't add anything to the juice.
Yeah.
And because the sugar and acid balance is changed a little bit, because we reduce the sweetness, so the balance is changing. So we'll feel the juice a little bit more sour, but it's still very, very tasty. There are some juices that are not sour from the beginning, let's say grape or apple. And when we are reducing the sweetness, it's even better because they are too sweet. So the adult people prefer our juice because the original juice are too much sweet.
So the process after going through your bioreactors, the juice become more tasty because flavors that were already there but which were hidden because of sugar come out because of the reduction. So sourness and acidic nature, I mean, those kind of get revealed. Okay, understood. Got it. And is there a competition that you have? Because I have seen most of the people who are working in this industry, they are either using fermentation or precision fermentation, or they are maybe trying to find out synthetic replacement. But are there people who are doing something similar to what you are doing here?
No, that's the fermentation, of course, but fermentation is a technology that requires to evaporate the ethanol that is produced or to clean because there's a secondary metabolites from fermentation. There's a membrane filtration also exists, but membrane filtration filtrate out not just the sugars but many other molecules. So it's totally different. Similar to ours, there's no technologies.
Understood. Got it.
Now.
So right now, I mean, it's correct to assume that you are not making any juices. You are making bioreactors, which you have a collaboration with GIA and which is being supplied to food and beverages clients.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a plan to make your own juice labeled Better Juice or something like that in the future?
Not currently. It's totally change of strategy and focus, and no.
Understood.
10 years from now, maybe yes, but not now.
Got it. Maybe if I ask you, I mean, the question may sound generic, but what are the main challenges to commercialization that you faced? Was it from a funding aspect? Was it that people had hard time accepting that there is a better solution? What is it that you faced?
Well, it's a revolution. There's no, product now in the market that is sugar-reduced juice. So in that aspect, there's always the fear of being the first one. It's a totally new technology, and so we are progressing slowly. And then once there will be a product in the market, I guess that then the market will wake up, because we have now a commercial unit installed in US, and they are B2B also. So they are now trying to sell this technology, the juice that they are making, to their customers. And so once it will be known that the technology is out there, it will be easier for us to go to market.
Hopefully, we can contribute to that at our own scale.
Thank you.
One question that I had was from an R&D aspect. So you, of course, are working on the natural juices, natural kind of products. So juices, purees, but you also work on ice cream. So is there a plan on the chocolate side?
We are not working on ice cream. Ice cream works with puree or concentrate to make the ice cream. So the ice cream is a representative or an example of how the technology can go beyond juice, just as an ingredient in many other applications. So that's about that. But I don't understand the other question you had.
So the question was that, and again, it is out of curiosity because a lot of clients have come to us from the chocolate side of business.
About the chocolate.
Yes.
So again, chocolate is a totally synthetic product.
Yes.
Everything is except from the cocoa. Everything is not natural. So we don't have anything to add to this technology. Maybe the feelings over there, but not
Understood.
Because
Understood. So the next question, again, I mean, that was coming to my mind was that since you are first of your kind, and you guys are doing some great work. So, of course, when there is not a lot of competition, the chances of the cost of the solution being high is more. So have you been rejected by prospects, by clients because of the cost of your technology?
No, we are not greedy. Okay, it's not a drug that we are selling, so we can ask. There's health insurance and companies that invent new drugs that are costing like $10,000 for one pill. So this is not the case because we are, a product that will be sold all over the world for common people. So we cannot ask a lot of money for the technologies. Trying to do it the most moderate, and hopefully, we'll have big numbers, and with these big numbers, we'll have a high profitability. So the added cost is between 10 to 8 cents per liter final product.
Which is very friendly so far.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah.
And I was looking at the initial few slides that you shared. But one of the things that came out of our research was demographic shifts in the consumers. And earlier it used to be North America, Europe, I mean, who were bigger consumers of juices. But slowly we have seen this whole consumer market moving towards Asia also. Is there a plan to expand or target these
Of
jurisdictions?
course.
Yeah, okay. Is it in the near future?
Yeah, actually, next week I'm going to Singapore to try to wake up this area.
Oh, we are in Singapore. We are headquartered in Singapore, and we are based out of there. So maybe we'll meet you there.
Yeah,
And
there's a conference, the Future Food.
oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
but,
We
I'm visiting them, not presenting.
understood. We were there at Hello Tomorrow, which was in Paris. It is also related to these kind of stuff, right? Cool. And I mean, there was an interesting question, and again, I mean, this may be not something that makes a lot of sense, but I was looking at the coffee industry, and the way the coffee industry evolved is that earlier there used to be master brewers, and they were the only ones who used to brew the concoction, and then it used to pass on to the distributors, to the common public. And then suddenly there was a revolution when the convenience of brewing coffee or making an instant coffee reached the final customer. So somebody had an instant coffee machine, somebody had something
Yeah,
very handy that happened. Now your product is of course industrial grade right now,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
in your
we have in the future, in
yeah.
the near future, we'll have a unit for hotel, restaurants, coffee, small unit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that can make, I don't know, 1 liter every time. For again, for I don't know, for hotel, restaurants, and coffee. You saw this in malls. You see this machine.
Yeah.
For one of this, and we for the far future, we did an experiment with a dry immobilized enzyme, and we can revive them. So maybe this is need a different R&D. Maybe we can do something like for household, that they will have like a tea bag that instead of a tea, there will be immobilized enzyme inside, and you can put it in your juice, mix a little
Wow.
bit, and it will be sugar reduced in 20 minutes, something like that.
Consider me your first customer. I mean, if that technology is out, okay.
Yeah, but a long time.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, that is something that is very logical in my perspective, because ultimately, I mean, the number of customers increase when the convenience, the ease of reducing sugar reaches to the retail portion, to the end consumer. And that's what has been happening in a lot of industries. And that's why I asked that question. Good that you guys are thinking about that future. But I think, I mean, that was the concluding question that I had. And that gives us a lot of stuff that we can educate the public about, that we can write about on our blog. And more importantly, I mean, we know now that better juice, what it works on, what it does not work on, what's your cost structure like. And anytime we are doing a project, we will include your name wherever sugar reduction is coming up as a challenge. And in case there is something that comes up as a lead, we will of course pass it on, make introductions, and move out of the lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Then, Eran, I mean, those were all the questions. Thank you again for your time and for your patience.
Thank you very much. So I'll make an introduction in the future. If you have something, please connect directly to.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You too.